Hello, hello, hello. Today we're going to be working on a copper farm, as you can see, via the waypoint that I set for the area where I'm going to do this. I got started and I went, you know what, I should record this. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this in a time lapse. But it's going to be a first person view time lapse as we do this. I am using a tutorial because it's not anything I've ever done before. I found a video that said it was for 1.21, which the server will be on shortly enough. Boop. All right, there we go. As you can see, I got a start on it. Basically, what we're gonna do from here, the instructions said to find a rather large river biome. This is the biggest one I could find on the map, where I could actually build the whole thing and still be inside an area that's technically a river biome. Now, the tutorial has you making two of these big old platforms. I'm building one. So basically, I'm building half of the tutorial required, you know, all the materials is like, yeah. It's kind of that way, right? And look, and there's my feet. I love it. You know why my hand is up when I've got this mod active? Because I'm holding this. If I took it away, they would both vanish. It's so weird that if you put something in the left hand with the mod on, the right hand still shows up. But anyways, enough about that. By the way, it's called first person mod if you want it. Alright, so we're going to do this thing. What it said was to do, I'm going to do a little cheaty cam here. It said to go into the river, which I did. I went as soon as it said the biome name changed, because you can see it on the map there, underneath where it says plains. Because, see, that's where I am in the free cam. Because that actually changes, even though, you know, my body's not moving. So basically, I went in and then it said to go up 15 high, so I did. Now, the stone brick corner, that is the 15th spot. This wall is 40 blocks long. This wall is 35 blocks long. Now, the next part of this says is to, well, fill it in with soul sand. So I went and grabbed what I had, and if this is not enough, I know my portal just happens to dump out into a soul sand valley. So I think I know where I can find some. But yeah, let's get going, shall we? All right, guys. So there have been some changes, and I know I left you off, and I was with that time lapse, and we're working on the farm. Here's the problem: the river in question was not big enough. As I was building it, and and you watched all that, and I'm looking at it. If you notice the biome changes during that, apparently only like maybe a fifth of the river was actually considered river. I'm like, that's not good. So I went into my map, boop, and we came down here. So just to give you guys a little bit of uh aspect ratio, I don't know. So I was trying to build it up here. This is where I tried. I was like, oh yeah, this is big enough river. No, it wasn't. Very little of the river was did Minecraft actually think was river. And that's for a future video right there. So we came all the way down here. Actually, there's a wooden mansion here. I looked. It looks like people have already raided it. I was in shame. So I brought it down here and built it here. So, yes, I did not time-lapse the rest of it because there was so much to tear down and then to search areas and relocate and start over. But the tutorial I used is linked in the video. I have made a few changes to the design, though, and I will go over those right now. So here is the complete copper farm. This is a 1.21 copper farm, okay? It's not... The server's not there yet, but the farm, I went ahead and built the farm as a 1.21 because I wanted to make sure that when we do update, it works. All right, a little bit cheaty cam here. So basically, in the tutorial, if you use it or watch it, you'll notice that he builds everything out of glass. And then the whole last section of it is decorating. Well, no. So I skipped out and I designed it a little bit differently. I mixed in some polished deep slate. We've got stone brick on the corners. And I did do glass up, in between. The whole interior is done with a soul sand floor. Now here's one of the changes that I did that I realized. The guy did not take water mechanics into effect. So after I got what it did was I set up all this water channel up top, right? So the whole thing's flowing. And I set it there with all these signs, and there was a whole dirt layer. Again, if you watch the tutorial, you'll see it. And then it broke away the dirt. So all the water just pours on down. Well, of course, that's not source blocks, and you're not going to get bubbles if you do that. In the tutorial, he bone meals kelp all across the back until it hits the top, and then he come over here and he manually places it all the way down the side, and he comes on up, and this does work. Yes, this is a good way to go. Basically, when it hits the sign, it stops, and that's fine. But across in front of it, you need to use shears to trim it so it doesn't grow past that and ruin the flow blocks above. Same for here, and same for here. Even same for here. Though up here you don't have to worry about it quite as much, but I still did it anyway. Here's the change. Here's where the water mechanics come into hand that I don't think he realized. Because he built the whole thing in creative mode. Once these are all grown, you could just go every other with the kelp across here. Because as soon as you do one, as soon as you do one to the left, the one in between, just like if you're using buckets of water, fills in. And because these are all filled in, even if they're not doing bubbles, they start filling in all of this. So by the time you get down here, this is already done. And bubbles are flowing. Now, if you're building a survival, I will give you the one warning he did not. The drown starts spawning like immediately, even when the water's flowing down. And that means trident throwers. Please be careful. Again, this is why I should have put it in a time lapse. I meant to record. I apologize. Once that's done and you break all of the kelp and it's gone, this whole thing becomes one giant bubble vader. The drown spawn, they pop up here, they hit this water flow, and it pushes them right down to the magma blocks. Now, they do take a little damage, but not a lot. One thing I've noticed is I do need to add sweeping edge to my sword. I hadn't done that yet. Now, when your instruction when you're in the middle of building this, you put a row of dirt across the top so that, because once you get to this point, they're gonna spawn no matter what. That keeps them from going down. That stops them, keeps them in here. Again, watch for the tridents. But what I did here was well, okay, this is again his design. I'm tempted to make a change here, and I'll explain that in a minute. So you build basically bridges on both sides. Now, in the tutorial, he builds 2 of these tanks facing each other. I did not have that much river. I did not have a big enough space on this river to do that anywhere, so we stayed with the way it is. So basically, they push down, they hit the water, they flow down here, they drop in this little spot, and then they hit the bubble vader. Yes, that's another bubble vader, and this sends them up. Again, he built it out of glass. I did it every 10 blocks. Every time I hit a block that, well, I didn't do it down here, but every time I hit a block that ended with 0 above the roof, and yes, there is a roof, I made it clear. So if you're standing out here, you can actually see them fly by. That's kind of cool. And then they come on up here. They shoot up here. They come up, they float over, they drop. There's your kill zone. Here's another change I made. First of all, I set up the whole area just to be able to kill them. And I mean, the storage is part of the thing, but I really didn't watch his decoration because he went like super decorated. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. This took too long to build. So I just built some platforms, added roofs in case, phantoms. And basically, and I even got a roof, another portal set up. We're good to go. Thank you to Lightning for helping out with that. Here's the change I made. Guys, when he does the tutorial, he has you put glass right across here. Now, I understand why, but the kill zone is so freakishly small between the path blocks and I'm honestly I'm tempted to switch them out for mud. I'm just saying, and the glass, that you got to be very precise with the swing. I got rid of them and I just put in half slabs on the bottom. Bam. Bigger kill zone, and they still can't see me to tackle me. So I don't understand why he did what he did, but it's okay. It works. We're good. All right, we're gonna fly up there, and I'll show you this personally. Let's go. See, they're doing their thing down here. Here's our lovely zone. Yes, all of these are bottom slabs. I do not have to worry about anything spawning up here to come at me. And yeah, I've gotten a lot of drowned heads. Yeah. Hi. So if we come stand right here and we just give it a minute, I'm seriously, and I do mean just a minute, it won't take long at all. They will shoot up and they will drop in. I'm surprised they're not here already, to be perfectly honest, because usually when I get here, it does not take that long. Did we cheaty cam? Wait, I heard something. Yep, there they are. That's it. It doesn't take too long. So they drop in there. All you gotta do is stand here, and like I said, I need to put sweeping edge on my sword. It's the only thing I don't have. Just give it a swing. There's an enchantment that goes after undead. I'm kind of curious. I'm trying to remember what that is. Probably add that as well. But hey, just stand here and kill them. It also works as a great XP farm, as you can see by my levels. I love it. It's great. I know the drop rates get increased with 1.21, so this farm should work a whole lot better than its current state. It's taking about 2 hits to kill them. It's not bad. Also, if you stand here, I built a little AFK zone. If I just want to stand here and let them build up. If I need to walk away for a minute, I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, see, it's like 5 there. I've been getting some tridents already. There's 29 there. And I already took 2 stacks away from the short period I worked on this yesterday, along with all the Nautilus shells. I mean, conduits are a thing. There's going to be conduits around my base. Apparently, chicken riders can still be a thing, though. So, see, look, 18 drowned heads, 35 drowned heads, 18 more. I mean, it's insane. Yeah, you see, they build up. You just come up here and do the thing. Now, when I mentioned I built an AFK area, when I was designing out this, I was like, okay. So I built this little thing. If you just crouch, you can come around here. Hi guys, how you doing? You can stand here. They can't get you. See, that's the gap I'm talking about right there. Such a tiny little. Ugh. I mean, you got to be dead centered on that targeting to hit through that. And you know, for most people, I mean, well, I say most, I'm sorry, but there are people out there that this is perfect for them. This is exactly what they want to do. But see, that bugged me. That's why I did it this way, because even the baby zombie, I mean, he's in there somewhere. He can't get me. The trident thrower can't get me. I just stand back here. I can hit him from back here. If I need to get a little closer, I can. But the path blocks are so stuff falls through to the hoppers. It goes into the chest. We got lots of storage. I do not have a sorting system. Lightning said she'd help with that if I wanted one. I don't know. I'm debating. But yeah, I flew this so many times. It's like once this platform was up, it's like I'm putting up a portal. All right, I'm gonna go back. We're gonna head back to the base real quick. I'm gonna show you guys some of the stuff I've been doing on stream, and then we're gonna call this one for this week. I know it's a few days late, but this took a lot of work. Apparently, this is a gas farm. I don't know, because when Lightning helped me with the portal, she's like, "Yep, you're coming right out at the gas farm." I was like, "Okay." I do believe that's Lacey Rose, and then this is mine, which I really need to get back out here and finish. We may make that a video where we turn this portal into something fancy. It's already been suggested that I turn the portal going to the copper farm into a large trident. Welcome back to my island. All right, so this wall, I am doing a divider wall. You can see, you can kind of see on the map that I've done some digging. Basically, I put the wall in place. The wall is going right here. Now the wall is on standby until we get the tough blocks, because basically, kind of let me explain this. The deep slate bricks are kind of like the dark. They're stained by being in the water. The top layer is going to be tough bricks, kind of where all the slime builds up and all that stuff because of the color shading. And then I will have stone brick on top, and then we'll decorate out top. I'm also going to do similar with copper leading up, the oxidized stuff being down in the water because it's turned green. Stuff above still orange because it's not in the water. But I went along, and like I said, I've done all this on stream, and I set up this wall blocking off this section, and I ended up with a bigger channel on this side. I actually started on this side and then realized it's a bit big. Yeah. Let me see here, somewhat of a centered location here. I think if we stand on the house roof here, we'll be good. All right. So I did this channel, and it's still not quite loading. And I'm working on digging it down. I'm taking it down to Y level 50. And then there's going to be I'm going to try to make it look, there's going to be dirt and mud and sand and stuff down there. And it's going to be a water channel. It's going to be a river. Everywhere that the water is up against that wall, I'm going to take out the top layer of blocks and let it waterfall in. Kind of like, a channel. You get into a river where they raise up the boats. And yeah, it's just kind of all around here. Now, I will do a little explanation right here. The reason for this is I'm gonna build the wall up single width on this part, right? And leave this. And then once this is built up and ready to go, I will drain this part. Ugh, I'm not looking forward to that, guys. Because seriously, I'm only gonna drain it down so far though, because I'm only going down to Y level 50. I gotta get it dug before I do that. Because this is deep. This is way deeper than where I'm stopping, so. And then the same over here, I'll get this bit drained. And then I'll have, because I don't want my boats, I want them to be able to get out. I want to be able to sail around. And yes, over here where I accidentally cut it off, well, not so much an accident, but this will get channeled out to where, I can still sail around. I can still sail through our lovely nature tunnel here. And I'll do it over here too. I'll dig it out, but I was going to landscape, and I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to do a retainer wall with a river. It'll be fine. And then I may even, once that's set up, I may do that. It was the waterfall too. Just gotta be careful. I don't want to, accidentally sail off into it. Now, let's go back to the map for a second. So originally I ran the line out here and then brought it out, and I got to look at it going, I do not want to drain all that. That's crazy. So I brought the line in so it was closer. Like I said, you can see this is wider. I've actually moved, I moved this wall. I sealed it off a little bit better. I'm going to reflood some sections. And I've got this jog here. I thought about doing something similar to this. I don't know. Maybe, and I may change that up a little bit too. Well, no, that's fine. See, the wall just kind of shifts, and that's fine, but I thought about doing a diagonal, or I could just leave it. I don't know. But you can see where I've been working on this. And this is where the dock is and all that stuff. Yeah, so that's where we're at for now. Got the portal over here, moss farm going on. Oh, there's one other thing real quick. I don't remember if I showed it last time, so I'm going to show it real quick. If I did, I apologize. It's early. I'm getting ready to go back to work full time. Starting tomorrow is the day I'm recording this bit right here. So, but this is my cactus farm. This thing, I love it. This thing, I copied what I did over on Crystal Point. I mean, cactus farms are so easy. They are so easy. All you got to do. Okay, that tells me I got to pull some stuff. All you got to do, sand over top of a solid block. You could do it with lanterns if you're quick enough. I did it on accident before. Yeah, I definitely got to do something. And then I do glass panes in between them. Every other block, every other row. It's enough. They all break. Let's go. But see, I've got all this green dye, and if that's blocking up, that tells me I'm out of coal. Yep. So this chest. Oh, why didn't that pick up? Or maybe it just wasn't showing. Okay, so there's nothing in the hopper. Maybe. All right, that's weird. Oh, because never mind. The chest is for the doing. The chest is for the fuel. Hoppers automatically feed the furnace because hello, yeah. Well, I mean, we could do that. I could pull the cactus. I think it's just 2 hoppers. I honestly don't remember, but that'll help out for a while. We'll go ahead and pull the green dye. We'll pull a bunch of green dye. How about that? Leave it. We'll take it back and put it away. Let me show you. Let's see. I know last time I showed the building of the basement. My wheat farm is beyond simple. It's just a manual. Lightning was looking at it yesterday. Said it would be a really easy way with a couple of lathes if I could get my hands on some and a villager to automate it. I'm like, well, maybe, I don't know. Put in the comments if you think I should automate the wheat farm, or if you know manual's good for you. Just let me know what you think, guys. So yeah, we're working it out. We're doing good. It's awesome. We're kicking it. I still gotta do interior. I think my next few streams are gonna be let's do interior because that forces me to do it. I'm terrible at remembering to do that. I love this room. All right, I've got a shulker here. We're gonna drop a cactus in there. How about that? Because I keep needing to put this away. Alright, so I locked that up before I went to bed last night. So, let's grab our torches. I love this locking system. Now, I don't always make it the same, but you know, it's a great thing. Honestly, if I was gonna put it on one where I was actually worried about people coming and get into my place, I would genuinely set it up to be like 7 wide and use 4 out of the 7. And yeah. Alright. Storage room. We're good to go down here. Ready to go. I got a couple more things I still need to put away. Let's put away the green dye and then we'll call it for today, I think. Or at least call it for this video. Alright, green chest. Or green shulker. Look at that. Gotta love it when it all comes together. Okay, that is the cactus one. We'll put you in there for now. Alright, guys. I'm gonna call this video. Try to keep it a little bit shorter. I honestly don't know how long or short it's gonna be as of right now. I still gotta do some editing, prep the time lapses and all that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. You know what to do. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Alright. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe out there. Y'all are awesome. Take care.